Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Johnson here. I just wanted to give a little bit of an overview in terms of Cami, the program that you can use to write on these PDF files that I am assigning you. There are a couple options, and I am sure some of you have already figured out how to use some of these tools, but I've had a couple questions on how to put in exponents or how they could write on a document. You definitely can print the PDF. You definitely can write on notebook paper and email me a picture of that. But in terms of using this Cami option, if you open it with Cami, I have it assigned as a Cami assignment, and it should automatically open this toolbar here on the left-hand side. One option, especially for notes or things that you have to type, is you can insert a text box. So you would select text box here, and in the notes that we had assigned last week, you could type that a monomial is an algebraic expression consisting of only one term. In terms of giving examples, you could type in, and I believe I had given you a variable. I had given you a number, and then I gave you a number multiplied by a variable raised to an exponent. Notice here at the top there is an x squared option or superscript. This will allow you to type an exponent in that text box, and then if you click that again, your cursor should go back to the normal level, and then you could type another something like 9z to the third power, and then you can unselect that from there. So this would give you an option of typing exponents if you were going to type your answers in the text box. There's also an equation tool here, which if you notice, it has a few symbols that we may use, like the inequality symbols here, or subtracting, multiplying, dividing. If you would need to insert those symbols, you can access them in the equation tool. And then the other good option is the drawing tool. If you have a stylus available to you, or you can click on that and you can try and write with your mouse. One other thing we have noticed that works is the dull tip of a number 2 pencil. If you use a really dull tip there, you should be able to actually hand write in the boxes as if you were writing on a piece of paper. So if you are using a Chromebook, you should be able to hand write with a dull tip of a number 2 pencil your answer in those boxes. I do not believe your finger works, but I believe you could use a stylus or, like we said, a pencil tip, and it appears that the computer picks up that pencil tip as you are getting the correct answers. So for example, here I could write 38 minus 1 was 37, x squared y. If you need to highlight, you have the markup tool here. You can highlight things with that markup tool along the way. Or one other option, obviously the eraser, if you want to get rid of that highlighting that you just placed there. And then one last thing that may be helpful to you is if you would want to leave a comment off to the side. Maybe you didn't understand something. If you want to leave a text comment for me, you could click and say, for example, if you click next to number 2, you could leave me a note that says, Mrs. Johnson, I did not understand number 2. And then I might be able to reply with a voice comment in hopes that I might be able to give you some tips to better understand. So again, those are some options. If you're using the text box tool, for example, on something like, let's go with number 9 here. Number 9, the answer was negative 50 x y to the second power. So come up and select that superscript 2 and click off the text box, and you would have that answer that was given in the video. I hope this helps as an intro to Cami. If you have any other questions, let me know.